Good morning, y'all. I say y'all because I am channeling my inner country girl today. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Hacking with Shari. I wonder if I say, here, what's a country? Shari Lou. And we are here deep in the mountains of Hollywood. And then, of course, right now, as I'm doing this, there's somebody coming behind me. Every time I turn my camera on, I always make sure that there's nobody coming up on the rear because, not that I shouldn't be able to film, but it's weird. I mean, let's be real. It's weird too, you know. It looks like I just like myself and I'm filming myself, which I do like myself. Let's not get that wrong, but it's for you guys. I do this for me because this fills my spirit. And that was a great lead-in. See how that worked out perfectly? I'm about to step in horse poop, so probably don't want to do that. But working and living and leading from your, there we go. Working and living and loving from the place of your spirit is actually what I want to talk about, because one of my hardest lessons in life, and this is all ego, and I've already talked about this in a lot of my videos, not in the way you think of ego, but in the way of, you just think of ego, just think of the opposite of love, no matter what it is, okay? So when I say that, you'll understand. My ego makes me impatient. My ego makes me doubt at times, even though, okay, let me take back doubt, because every part of my being knows that I'm going to fulfill my life purpose, and that's the important part right there too. Right there, I have so much to say. Okay, the important part is I am fulfilling my purpose because it inspires me, and my passion is to inspire others to realize their own potential, their own beauty, your own love, your own greatness, and that no matter what's happened to you in the past, none of that has any influence on who you are right now. Well, it can. You can either choose to let it strengthen you or you can choose to let it weaken you. We all know what the better choice is, right? So I'm always pushing and pulling and tugging and being like, all right, this is the way it has to be. I have to have my talk show. I have to have, my Joel Osteen / Tony Robbins / whatever that's called, like motivational speaking circuit. I've got to have my TV sitcom because I love comedy, of course. And I've got to have my best-selling books. This is the way it has to be. And so I work at doing it and fulfilling it. And then you lose track of what it is really about. And what it is really about for me is about living to your highest potential and living your passion, living your purpose. And my passion, like I said, is to inspire hope in others again, to believe, so you believe in yourself again. Because I've been through so much and I believe in me. You gotta let go. I gotta let go. You gotta let go of the way it has to be. That doesn't mean that you don't work towards something, but it means that you just give your all in every moment, and then if things don't go the way that you think that they should go, it doesn't mean that it's the wrong way. If you are giving everything from the place of where you are, meaning you are giving all of your heart, all of your love, all of your spirit, you're giving all of you, right? No matter if you have that TV sitcom, no matter if you have the best-selling book, no matter if you have that man of your dreams, that woman of your dreams, none of that will matter because you are living your purpose. You are living your passion. You are living from and in and of love. You're oozing love. You're being exactly who you were born to be and were born. Are born, is born. You know what I mean? You're everything that you are, that you're supposed to be. So none of the other little details will matter. What tells you that it has to be that way is your ego. Your ego tells you that you have to do these certain things to have worth. You have to do these certain things. You have to have these certain people. You have to have these certain things, or else you're not good enough, or else you're a failure, or else you don't look good enough in your dad's eyes, your mom's eyes, the world's eyes, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's all ego right there. And so there's a reason why I think about, and I've said this before, like when I went to Haiti after the earthquake, I had to stop and talk about Haiti because I've never seen such souls, such eyes, such spirits that have lit up when they had absolutely nothing around them. Nothing. There was no homes around them. There was no food around them. They're drinking water off the streets, okay? But their smiled brighter, shone brighter than anybody else I've ever seen in my life. And they have what we, as Americans or whomever, as not a third world country, would consider everything. And still they found beauty in their lives. And that's because they know what's important. They know the secret. They know the secret. Anyway, so the lesson today is about letting go. Giving over what you think or how you think that it should be. And just living in and of the space of love, which is ultimately who you are. And as soon as you start and those thoughts start coming up in your head like, yeah, but I don't have anybody in my life. Yeah, but I'm single. Or, yeah, but I've been hurt so much. Or, yeah, but I've been disappointed so much. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. We're done. You're done. Life's over. Done. some person hurt you that has had their own journey and their own circumstances and the reason why they did what they had to do, which is another thing. That's about forgiveness and forgiving the person. And that it's not about forgiveness, and I said this before, is not about letting that person off the hook. It's about letting your soul off the hook. We'll talk about that another time. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Today we're celebrating Martin Luther King, the man who knew no boundaries and lived his passion. He lived his truth, and he died knowing that he lived his truth, and that's what's important. I love you guys. Bye.